Hey guys, welcome back to another Starcraft Broodwar cast. Today we're taking a look at Sharp, the man of the hour, the guy who dominated in KCM recently, got an all kill. This guy is insanely good right now. He's been on my watch list for a while. Thought he was going to be able to take away an ASL recently, but just barely not able to do so in 2024, getting that second place. Still, he's looking better than ever recently, and I'm very excited about his prospects once again. He's going to be going up against Soma, who has just come back into the scene. He was on military duty, which you're not allowed to earn any money from any other sources while you're participating in that. So he's only been laddering on his free time for the past couple of years. But he's been keeping that knife very, very sharp and putting himself to the whetstone every single day, making sure that he stays up on the latest builds. And he's shown us some great games through the ladder casts. Very excited to see how he performs in the upcoming season. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the Patreon. Why not? If you're enjoying the videos so far, you can see that we're already optimizing for a 2-hatch Mutalisk play. So I'm going to go ahead and start mining that gas as soon as possible while harassing a little bit with this drone. Of course, the Marine pops out here. And the 1-Rax fast expand has begun. Now, is it going to be a quick eBay here out of Sharp? Or are we going to see something a little different from him with the follow-up here? There's an opportunity to maybe do something a little cheeky, because this Overlord is going to take a long time to get over this natural, and that's if it makes it there. He could end up catching it as it's crossing over. Might want to take the long way around to be a little bit safer. And so in that case, it's going to be quite some time before any information is gleaned by this Overlord. Engineering bay on the way. So nothing too crazy, but expect this. And Sharp has the second best position on the map, or second worst position, depending on how you want to think about it. If you're a glass half full kind of guy or a glass half empty kind of guy, it's up to you. The reason being that this gas geyser is a bit exposed. It's hard to set up turrets in this mineral line, cover your ramp and your barracks area. I'm assuming he's going to put most of his barracks right there. And to cover this gas at the same time. It's just quite a lot. Got to stretch the turrets pretty thin. And so there is room for harassment here in this main base when it comes to Mutalisk timing. Soma getting out here on the map. He's finally going to scout the front of this base. You can see the Overlord's still not there. So he's finally getting some information about what's going on behind this. Seeing the number of Marines, he should be able to kind of figure out, all right, there's probably a eBay behind this, and you're not actually going to push out at 5 minutes. And so he's going to drone up like crazy. Go ahead and get this gas geyser going, and you can see he's got 6 drones, 7 drones for these natural mineral patches. 1 per patch is a pretty good saturation here. You can see the spire's just about to finish, and when it does, 6 mutas will be popping and starting a hidden third base. Now, this is not a traditional location for the third base. A lot of players will put it at this main, but he wants to try and hide it here just a little bit. Could probably decipher that this would be the second choice. Probably this is going to be too close to the Terran base. This one down here, you don't have ramps. This one, you might end up scanning that pretty early on. It scans the natural, sees the number of drones. That's going to give him some very good information about what's going on here and how many turrets he needs to build and when he needs to build them initially. So he's going to start a couple of turrets at the same time here in the main. Imagine that's probably where the mutas will be headed first. Get that turret coverage going as quick as possible. Adding on the ones in the natural here pretty early as well. Wants to make sure that those are up. Actually going for the natural here. So Soma trying to subvert expectations, get to the natural a little bit earlier on. But you can see these turrets are coming up. And this is some very good turret placement, by the way. This is not going to mess up the mining much. For the most part, the mining is still going to be going pretty well here inside the main. But you can see there is that little gap. You can't cover everything in this Terran main. So he's going to leave a small gap in between these two turret locations. And that could be a dangerous position. You know, if he picks off one of these turrets on either side and then starts to kill off all the Marines, he could end up just getting a lot of damage here in the mineral line. Good control so far from Sharp. One muta's gone down and he's covering this area. Being very careful about it. Has the bunker there at the front as well. And now he's going to start to move forward. 4 racks. Has his factory on the way. Timings are looking very nice from Sharp here, but gotta be careful with these SCVs. He is going to have to pull them away. That's going to lose him some mining time. He continues to add on turrets here. Ling's going to go around the backside. Marines trying to pressure now. There's nothing at the natural. And so it will be difficult for Soma to hold this back. I'm going to continue to make mutas, but Lurker aspect is on the way. There's the Hydralisk Den over at the 3rd base. The transition is coming. But he needs more mutas to hold this back. So he's spending a lot of gas on mutas. That's weakening his transition right now, but it has to be done. There's certainly not enough drones to... Oh, God! Bit of a mistake there. Drone comes out and gets knocked off as well. Looks like the rally point was slightly off here. Looks like Kamuta's coming out as well in this rally point. Going to bring everything together now. Finally try to overwhelm this. The reinforcement line is pretty darn close here. Soma might not quite be able to overwhelm this. No, he is going to go for it. Looks like he'll lose a few extra mutas to make it happen, but he gets it done. Kills every Marine and medic here out on the map. And should be able to transition. Whew. That was getting pretty close. You can see a lot of these mutas are very low. Barely able to put that together. Soma, not the cleanest hold there, but he does get it done. He gets the job done, and now he can switch into this Hydralisk Defiler play, if that's indeed the direction he wants to go. Lurkers are going to start to be made now. Science facility is finishing up. And so there's going to be irradiates by the time the Defilers start to pop out. This is looking like a pretty strong position for Sharp, despite losing that initial bio ball. The Mutalisk clump is not big enough to do any sort of counterattack damage, start to kill SCVs at all. The original Mutalisk attack didn't do much damage either. And so Sharp is just hitting his macro, keeping the pressure on, keeping these Marines out in the front, reinforcing this over and over again. Oh, might lose a medic here. Nope, dives inside the bunker. Nicely done. Keeps that medic alive. Lurkers are starting to come out here at these 2 locations. But not many here just yet. Oh, there's the Lurkers. Oh my gosh, almost missed this fight. All of these mutas are going to go down, but the Lurkers stand strong. 3 kills, 6 kills, and 1... Or 3 kills, 3 kills, and 1 kill. So total 7 kills on these 2 Lurkers. These 3 Lurkers, excuse me. Nidus Canal is coming up here. And so getting this economy online in full. The transition is underway. More hatcheries coming down. We haven't seen the Hydralisk upgrades just yet, so there's still a possibility he goes for Ultralisk here, but I think it might be a bit of a difficult transition to pull off. Double Lurker here at the front now. Here comes those Science Vessels. 2 Irradiates are available, and so he could irradiate through the majority of this. Oh boy, make a Lurker. Oh, okay, he doesn't make that Lurker. Doesn't have the supply, in fact. Needs to make some more Overlords here. Oh, Lurker's coming from behind. In fact, those are going to get surrounded and killed. And now there's an opportunity to actually bust in here. Where's the Consume upgrade? It's not ready yet. 3 Lurkers. Oh, man. Soma's really flying by the seat of his pants here. Hardly anything to hold back this Marine attack. And there's the Groove Spine, so he will be going into Hydralisk Defiler play. He consumes the Lurker. I believe that was the irradiated Lurker. And so he's going to push forward here. Dark Swarm, try to look for a kill on a vessel. Not going to happen. Sharp just pulling those back. Getting the irradiates off. Getting the value out of these science facilities, or science vessels. Moving a small group over towards this base. It looks like Soma is going to go ahead and try to catch that army. Very good spread and split here. Wow. Sharp is just all over it. He immediately gets the kill on that Lurker. We'll continue on with this pressure back at home, adding on a few more barracks. It's around that time. Adding also the energy upgrade for the vessels. That's pretty interesting. Pretty early to be doing that, but he's got a lot of momentum here. Gonna start to double expand. Getting ready for the late game. Sharp. He has been known to build a lot of dropships and try to end things early, but he's also more than capable of taking it to the late game against these Zergs. Some Lurkers moving out here. With the Defiler, he's going to try and slip through the defense. Oh, this Defiler taking a wrong turn. Walking into the wrong neighborhood. Does end up getting taken down. Looks like some irradiates here at the natural as well. Loosening up these defenses a little bit. There's only a few Lurkers here now. But it's more than enough Lurkers to push everything back for the time being. Looks like he caught some Marines and medics moving through the middle of the map and managed to kill off a few of them. Might get a few more kills here. Ooh, okay. Not bad, not bad. Get one more kill. Looks like he will get the kill on that. Nope. Does back away. Another couple of Marines being baited in there. End up dying to these Lurkers. And the Hydralisk Defiler switch is fully underway now. Plague should be done. Adrenal Glands coming. He's getting triple upgrade, so he's expecting to get a 4th gas here soon so that he can eventually transfer into Ultralisk production. That might be his downfall in this game because Sharp is doing a great job of just denying that. No additional bases coming online for our Zerg player here just yet. No 4th base either, and the floating factory here as well. So if you wanted to go pure Hydra Defiler, that might actually work out quite well for Soma. With no tanks to kind of contest his army. Just pure Marine medics. These Dark Swarms are going to be insanely powerful. Coming forward now, throwing down a few irradiates. Going to get one on this Defiler as well. A few extra Hydras are going to die here, unfortunately, because of that irradiate on the egg. This base has been stopped once again. 4th base is going to be denied. That's the name of the game here right now for our Terran player. Just keep denying this base over and over again. Lurkers and Hydras make their way forward. Does he have a plague for this? No. Dark Swarm only. With no plagues coming out so far, it's not looking that good for our Zerg. Soma really needs to get some plagues going here. if he wants to take any reasonable fights. Just Dark Swarm is not going to do it for you. One Defiler heading out on the map, looking for a flank potentially. Or perhaps an attack going on at this third base. Running forward here, he needs that Plague. Dark Swarm is all he can afford right now. He does not have the energy upgrade here just yet. Drops making their way through the middle of the map. That's been spotted. Oh, it would be nice if he threw down a Plague on that. The drops are going to fly in now. Triple drop making its way forward. There's the big Plague now finally dealing a lot of damage. He turns around. I'm surprised to see that. Surprised to see him turn around here with the drop ships. Okay, he is going to go in now. Drop in here, but Hydra, Defiler, got Dark Swarm on the mineral line. All right, that Fire Bat's going to do a lot of damage, but the Marines shouldn't be able to do much. Looks like this has all been cleared up, and the attack here. Oh my god, the Hydras can't do anything against this Dark Swarmed. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. These Marines under the Dark Swarm doing so much damage. Soma tops out. Okay. I mean, a pretty good game played by our Terran player here. Both these lurkers get irradiated. Most of the SCVs survive. He's still on 56 workers. He's going to go ahead and expand again. Just denying the fourth base from the Zerg in this situation is enough. I'm going to continue to make Hydras and lurkers and just not able to clear all of this out. Soma knows that he's having a hard time, that he's in a bad position, but I wish he would have fought this one out. Just try to get more decent plagues on these bio balls and start to push out. Like, there's not that much bio on the map right now. There's very little, in fact, aside from this drop. Never really felt like Soma got fully into his production to start to mass out the big quantities of Hydras, Lurkers, and Lings that can start to bowl over a Terran player like this without any tanks. GG. We're going to jump into our next game, guys. Soma versus Sharp, game number 2. All right, that's a bit rough. Soma over here in the top right-hand corner. Sharp in the bottom left. Yeah, it feels bad. It feels worse than bad when you've got a drop coming into your base as a Zerg player and you're like, all right, let's just throw down a Dark Swarm on the mineral line. Then the Marines can't do any damage. And then they drop a bunch of Fire Bats in your mineral line. Oh my goodness. Absolute calamity. You can see Sharp not afraid of just going for a long game. And, you know, double expanding, getting into heavy late game macro. But also likes to throw in those dropships. He's still sharp, man. Despite how good he gets, he's still that aggressive, crazy Terran player who will throw it all at you, put it all in the line, a lot of ships back and forth. Looks like a lot of chatter here between the two. Not sure if they've realized who each other are. And I don't think I can find this this chat here, guys. I'm afraid. It's a lot easier if one of them's not a barcode to find the game, but this was provided to me by Dude Nerd, so I don't have the seawall.gg names ready for me. Finding these accounts would be a little bit difficult. I might look it up and put it down in a comment. Maybe a pinned comment down below. You guys can check that out. If not, it is what it is. Another 1 Rax fast expand here from Sharp. Another 2 hatch muta play coming out from Soma as well. So mirrored builds here from last time. We'll see if he wants to open with another eBay. It's just such a strong build, guys. It gives you so much power. And these 2 racks timings, Zergs have gotten so used to them that it's rare that they're ever going to break through and get the big damage that they used to. It used to be that Zerg players would break pretty often to just a well-timed 2 racks play. You just don't have both Sunkens ready at the perfect time, and the Marines make it across the map, and then boom, you end up losing a bunch of drones. Marines are coming here. Naked Marine pressure. Coming up to the front. 2 lings. 4 lings have been made. He's actually going to draw the lings into the main with the SCV and then go for a drone. Oh my goodness, that's craziness. That is crazy talk. He's going to get it too. You've got to be kidding me. Soma not expecting this at all. Oh, he almost gets a second drone. You've got to be kidding me. Holy cow, this is so annoying. This is a pretty good move by Sharp. Gotta give it to him. Gotta hand it to him. Going after another drone. He gets it. Oh my gosh. Oh, Soma's gonna be so disappointed right now. He does lose those 2 Marines, but that is mega worth. Mega, mega, mega worth. He's going for another eBay build. And so he's not planning to move out anytime soon. He's gonna sit here until mutas are out, most likely. You can see Academy. Not even done yet. We're already at the 4.5 minute mark. And so there's no sort of stim move out timing, anything like that. This is just pure upgrades coming on the way for our Terran player. He's going to get up to, 4 racks once again. Maybe go 3 racks and then start adding on turrets because he knows there's going to be a bit of desperation coming out of Soma here. Soma continues to build drones. You can see he's building drones a lot longer than he usually would. He's skipping his Mutalisk timing. He's like, all right, I'm not going to probably get any damage done with the mutas, and the muta timing is not going to be as strong, so let's just skip the muta timing entirely. We'll make another hatchery, and, we'll make just a couple mutas here. Looks like he's going to get 4 and armor, and try to play for a bit of a later game. We're definitely not going to do much here. And you can see the scan comes through. The turrets are going to be laid down, but he's not getting overly excited about adding these turrets. Just going to be adding them on a little bit slowly. First in the natural, then at the barracks. Finally, there's going to be one made at the main, but they're a little bit slower than they usually would be. 6 minutes is that timing when the mutas come in with the two hatchery play. And so, he's cutting things here and there, trying to optimize his build. Only 1 turret here in the main. It's very light if this was a regular 2 hatch muta, but he's correctly identified the follow-up here from Soma. And so Sharp, you can just see he is playing at another level when it comes to TVZ right now. He completely understands the damage that's been done and the reaction from the Zerg player. He's predicted it, he scouted it, scanned it, and he's reacting to it appropriately. Now, these 2 Marines may end up going down. There's the factory started in the natural, and that can be denied for the time being. But this Marine move out is scary. Got to take that very seriously. That's +1 Marines, and a good clutch of them moving out on the map. Only still 1 turret in the main base, but that's fine. He is going to force them. He's trying to catch the mutas as they're coming back across the map. He's not going to find them. Mutas are actually going right through the middle. But it was a good attempt there by Sharp to try and obfuscate and try to catch these mutas. He's going to start to head back home now. wants to get a reinforcement wave. He knows that there's a lot of mutas on the way here. Probably a lot of lings as well, although ling speed's not even done yet. Hydra Den gets started here, going up to 5 racks after the factory started. So it's not a pure 5 racks. He's going to have the transition well underway. But still, he's going to have a lot of production. Full clutch of mutas now. 11 mutas here in the middle of the map. Some more reinforcements coming up as well. As soon as he loses one. Going to replace that immediately. Good control here right now with these mutas. Getting quite a few marine kills without losing anything. This third base coming up a little slowly. It's going to be a while before that's mining gas, and for the time being, just waiting on these Hydras. Bringing up a lot of links now. Link speed is done. He's going to completely surround this marine medic group here and push it all the way back. Oh gosh, this is not many marines here in the natural. If he gets overwhelmed at the natural, the lings are going to come in and just start killing every single turret. Looks like someone not going to pull the trigger on that. It would get pretty messy. Once you're fighting with mutas against marines over turrets, even with the lings there to help, the Sim City is really going to hurt you. And he might not be able to break that, and then he wouldn't have this army out on the map to really hold back the Terran player as the transition's coming. So I like this more conservative play from Soma, killing the Marine Medic and then not diving into the natural. If it was me, I definitely would have dove in there, lost all my mutas, and then maybe died to the counterattack. I know myself. I know exactly what I would do in this situation. But I'm glad to see Soma making a different choice. Gonna continue to harass this bio ball. It's once again a massive bio ball. That's the nice thing about having 6 racks slamming out bio. He's got 40 SCVs, so he's really continued to pump up that SCV count as well. He is well positioned to get into the late game. We've seen that Bioforce get knocked out in the previous game, and Sharp's still able to pull it together and win. So I'd say this is still anybody's game. But Soma's done a good job of recovering from the early game deficit, losing 2 drones initially. It's a very tough position to bring back into a playable game, but he's managed to do it. He's managed to make it there. And he is getting his lurkers up. He's got that lurker stack at the top of the ramp here at the 3rd. Ling Muta. Finding the bio here, moving up towards that top left. Does need to make the stack. Yes, the stack is very important. You also need an overlord over here. This, oh, he got a connection on one of these vessels. That's huge. Killing off that vessel is massive. That's gonna dramatically slow down Sharp in trying to break that top left. And Soma really fighting back nicely in this game with these small moves. He's got quite a few Hydras. I don't know if he's going to be making these all into lurkers because he's actually going Hydra Defiler again. Hydra Defiler again makes a lot of sense. He's going for Evolution Chamber, a 3rd Evolution Chamber, so he's going to potentially switch into Ultra a little bit later on. We'll see. Maybe that's just for the Lings. I haven't really seen too many players go for that Ling attack upgrade as well when they're just sticking with Hydra Defiler, but I guess it makes sense. You are going to be wanting to mix in Lings as well. They work so well under the Dark Swarm, which you're going to have a lot of Defilers out. Those Hydraless upgrades are not quite online just yet. Lings or Hydra speed is not there yet. I think he got Hydra range already. Is he going to have a Defiler for this? Uh-oh. This is a bit of a rough spot right now. Okay, lurkers are going to get burrowed in some pretty good positions, and now the mutas are going to come in from behind. This is a really nice cleanup for Soma. Catching all of these vessels is insane. He's going to get all of them. Oh my gosh, he gets all 3. That is so good. This was an excellent, excellent attack by Soma. That pincer maneuver working out beautifully. Oh, he doesn't have the Defiler. No, he didn't consume. Uh-oh, he might lose both these lurkers now. And it looks like indeed he will lose both the lurkers and the Hydras. He does have a lurker here next to the sunken colony, and some Defilers are going to begin consuming. 4th base is on the way. Soma smoothly transitioning here while Sharp's having a bit of a hard time. He's trying to get this 3rd base up. No double expansion here just yet. And he lost his floating factory earlier, so I mean he doesn't even have a factory to make tanks. It's a little bit of a dangerous situation we're looking at. Oh, he's breaking through the natural. Where's the Dark Swarm? There it is. Finally a Dark Swarm comes down. Another Dark Swarm should be thrown down on the mineral line here. Mineral line, there we go. Dark Swarm down on that mineral line. Very important that he gets that to keep most of these drones alive. Some are still going to die at the periphery though. Going after the vessels now. One irradiated muta there is going to deal a lot of damage to everything underneath, including these drones. Oh gosh, all right. Gonna fly that in now. Lurker landing. 4 dropships out on the map. 4 dropships are heading out right now. And the chaos that he's created with this attack into the natural, he might be able to create an opening here where he can start to dive in. I think he might have seen that. No, probably not. Dropship making its way forward. There's the Scourge there, but they're not in position in time. This could be devastating. This could be deadly. This drop that's getting into Soma's 4th base, or 3rd base, excuse me, is going to kill every single drone. Meanwhile, lurkers and Defilers making their way forward. He actually gets right in front of the natural, but it's not close enough. Lurker here is not going to stand for very long. It's got the +1, but not able to get that one last hit off, and so he will lose this 4th. He's not making any progress at these different bases. Where are the Defilers? I think the Defilers have all been irradiated and gone away, and so it's just up to Soma now, making one last big counterattack. Can he run it down and destroy Sharp right here, right now? He actually has to kill him. You can't just prevent the 3rd base, although that is pretty good with the money running out here. You actually have to get more damage than this. He's himself running out of money. We're going to dive on top of these Marines. Dark Swarm goes down. No Plague just yet, but Dark Swarm is pretty darn good. Another Dark Swarm goes down, but the Lurker there survives. Lurker's still alive at the end of that. Another Dark Swarm here, and getting on top of these Marines is pretty awesome. One more vessel does fall. He's targeting down the Firebat, if you saw that. Targeting down the Firebat there right now. Nothing over here at the top left. Might want to pull back these Marines, actually. If you can pull back these Marines and get into the middle of the map to cut off reinforcements, that can be incredibly powerful. Make a run for it. Try to get into that position. Random lurkers out here on the map are actually slowing him down and hurting those efforts for Sharp. In fact, these Marines are very low now, and the Hydras can actually clean them up. Hydras are going to cut through those pretty quickly with their 2-2. It's only 2-1 here for Sharp. But he manages to cleave through this lurker. Getting out onto the map here once again. There's a Hydra's going to be made into a lurker as it gets irradiated. He's fighting here from the high ground with nothing but Hydra Ling, trying to push back these Marines one last time. Where's the Defiler? I don't see it. No Defiler here, but he's actually pushing this back. There are no bunkers here at the front. Sharp, he's trying to shove this all the way back, but he just can't quite get the number of Marines necessary. He's got 8 Marines coming out at a time. 8 Marines is not enough. Hydra's here sitting at the front. He's actually got the 3rd gas retaken. Dark Swarm here at the front. Lurker is going to burrow, of course. He immediately irradiates that so low on overall gas right now. He's going to make another lurker, another dark swarm. There are 5 vessels here to irradiate these down, and the Firebat's going to be doing a pretty good job of dealing that damage, but look at this. He manages to hold the line here. The lurker is still alive under the dark swarm. He's pushing in closer and closer. One more dark swarm goes down. Firebats, mass Firebats coming out now. Under the dark swarm, these Firebats will reign supreme. Hydras here are going to start to fall, but one lurker is holding the line. It has been irradiated. It will be falling here shortly. These Marines just getting pounded by the Hydras. They can't even fight back. He's going to run under the dark swarm, try to kill that lurker. He doesn't get it. 11 kill lurker survives on 13 HP. You've got to be kidding me. This is so close right now. No money left. Sharp cannot mine. He's out of money. Firebats here going to run forward under the dark swarm. He's not able to get there. Gets under the dark swarm now. Lurkers are mostly gone. There's just a couple left. I'm not sure exactly where this one is. There it is. It's so hard to find. Can't even see it. There it is. He does need to get an irradiate on that. Looks like he did get the irradiate down. There's one more lurker over here with 24 HP. The Scourge come through. The Scourge is the final blow here. He kills off all the vessels, and the money runs dry. No more Marine production for Sharp, and he has to leave this game. My goodness, what a game here in game number 2. Sharp versus Soma. Losing the entirety of the top left. You would assume that Soma would be dead in the water, but the counterattack, he barely managed to make it happen. This is action levels of Defiler control displayed in this game. Able to keep the energy high and just keep getting the correct spells down in the perfect moment to keep this push going, having just barely enough lurkers, just barely enough Hydras and Defilers making their way across the map to just barely break this. Now, he could have pulled these other lurkers away, of course. There are some mistakes being made here, but there was so much chaos going on. Like, the lurker over here, what's that doing there? I'm not 100% sure. Lurker there, lurker there. These lurkers definitely could have been pulled to the front to make that a little bit less close. I mean, we're dealing with, you know, a 19 kill lurker with 29 HP. And there was another lurker under here with something like 11 HP. It was just barely holding the line against all those Firebats, but he still made it work with the units that he had at the front. Kept the trail going here, just kept on rallying all the way to the front. He had the upgrades, of course, with that triple upgrade. That was not stopped at any time. It was just the gas that was cut off. He just didn't have any gas suddenly, but he still managed to make it work. This is the situations where having tanks is so important. And Sharp just not making tanks this game, probably that's what ended him here. I mean, he lost the early factory. The factory went down. And against Hydra Defiler, if you've got a few tanks, these, you know, this lurker right here, that's not going to live for very long. You're not going to be able to keep rushing forward with lurkers and just throwing down dark swarms, because the tanks will kill those with the splash damage before they burrow. So a little bit unfortunate here for Sharp, but a great comeback from Soma to end our series, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We just have the 2 games here between these 2 amazing players, and we'll be back tomorrow with another replay cast. Also, the KCM finals coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.